Never, always answer soon. Always answer soon. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of To Be Announced here on the Subsume Network, where we are giving you all the geek stories, or at least the ones you should be knowing about from the previous week. We've got a fun show for you. We go across the board from everything, but first, let's get these introductions out of the way. Over here is...
Kaka! It's me, Joy. What's up?
And over here is...
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Java-chan. Hello!
And I am Antonio Pomares, and we're going to get into these stories right away. So, excuse me. First up, we have a new TV series that's going to be coming out on TNT. And it's called Lazarus Project. It's supposed to be coming out June 6th, I want to say. So I'm going to show you both the trailer because neither of you have heard about this show. So we're going to show the trailer, then we're going to talk about it for a couple of minutes and see what's going on with it.
Man,
are you all ready?
Right out the gate. Ooh, I'm excited.
Let's go.
Ooh.
You okay?
Yeah, I think something's wrong. We've done all this before.
You okay? Freaks you out first, doesn't it? Time travel. Only special people are aware when time jumps backwards. And you're one of them. How'd you like to come and save the world with us? Welcome to the Lazarus Project. We're a top secret organization dedicated to undoing mass extinction events. That one we can make time go backwards.
What the hell happened?
The world ended.
We'll try again.
Missile launch!
And again, to make things right. When we turn back time, the smallest things can make the biggest difference. There are rules to time travel. You can't turn back time to stop what happened.
You've lost someone, and you have the chance to bring them back.
I can save her. So why wouldn't I?
What are you willing to lose? To sacrifice?
Would you end the world to save the woman you love?
Every time.
Aww.
That's dedication.
I bring her back.
The Lazarus Project premieres June 4th on TNT.
Okay.
So there's that. Yes.
Thoughts?
I'm all on board for this one.
I'm so surprised that TNT is still like in network because you don't hear about them like at all.
Well, I mean, with them being a part of Warner Brothers Discovery, I'd rather them than CW, truthfully.
Okay.
CW is basura.
Yeah,
but yeah.
You don't hear about TNT that much, but like I'm all for it. And like I do like me some timeline type movies and stuff. So that's always cool to see. Who's gonna break the timeline, who's gonna mess up what. It's like a whole butterfly effect to it, which I'm interested in. Hopefully, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that they're gonna be like 40-minute episodes and not no 20 to 30 minutes because I can't. Because like when they make them so short and all of a sudden like there's like a whole cliffhanger, you mean like I gotta wait.
This one should be like maybe like the 40-minute, like
40-minute hour.
Yeah, an hour with commercials. But it should be, especially because it's a British show. And
okay.
Yeah, British. Yeah, the whole cast. The lead actor, I'm forgetting the gentleman's name. If you know of a show called Gangs of London.
Okay, yeah. That one's mega popular.
It's so good.
Yeah.
If you like British gangster stuff, watch it. But when a certain scene comes up, you'll realize that it's not what you think at all. If you've ever seen the movies The Raid, and The Raid Redemption, Gareth Edwards, I think the gentleman's name might be. He actually was one of the people that helped develop Gangs of London. Gangs of London is actually based off of a PS2 game. called Gangs of London. I think the second one, because I was a huge fan. I love anything British gangster movies, Layer Cake, Sexy Beast, Snatch, what's the other one? Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, anything like that. I'm all for them. I love those movies more than I love the American like mafia movies. Mafia movies are always very racist. There's always that one scene where they say you can sell to them, use a racial slur, but you don't sell to your own people always.
Right.
You go sell on the corners there. You never sell below this street.
Right.
You only sell above, the hundreds, 100 something and up. So this is really cool. So the lead actor was on Gangs of London. He was a very central character. So when I saw him in this, I was like, bet. And it also has the time travel, like you're saying, time travel, secret agency, everything. I love shows like that. Right now, the show that's scratching the itch for that is Citadel on Amazon, which is really good.
Okay. I think I have that on my queue.
From the Russos. And them obviously from MCU. So if you like that, and they even give you little cliffhangers at the end, like the Russos, like MCU movies will do, like a little something at the end to bring you back. But yeah, this looks really cool. I'm excited for it, and it's on TNT. TNT puts out low-key bangers of TV shows, and they also have AEW, which is one of like the second biggest Eastern promotion for professional wrestling. So TNT is doing a thing. I'm here for it.
I really want this. I have thoughts. Hopefully this is not bad, but I'm gonna say it anyway. So the show reminds me of I had it when y'all were talking, and then I
7 Days.
No, it's the one with it's on Netflix.
No,
it's the girl. It's the woman from Orange Is the New Black, and she lives the same day every day.
Oh, Happy Death Day.
No,
Russian Doll.
Yes, there we go.
Oh, okay.
It reminds me of Russian Doll, which I have
Natasha
to get back
Lyonne.
into. Yes, Natasha. There we go.
Got it. Okay.
So it reminds me of that, which I'm very excited for because I like that kind of stuff. I know there's definitely another movie I've seen that's like in that same cloth or fabric or whatever. My first thought, unfortunately, was the black man, which I was like, oh, this is great. And then I saw the woman. I was like, oh, wait a minute. Is this like a Shonda Rhimes thing? And then I was like, oh, no, wait. Nope. It's in England. Never mind. All right, keep going. So it made me kind of go like, I didn't know. I kind of
Shonda would do the reverse.
I know. And so I was like, oh, I don't know if it's going to be about a woman or is it going to be about a man. I love that he's in it. I love that he's the main character. I'm excited. And also, like, I hadn't watched anything British since Luther, I think. Like, it's been a while. Like, so I definitely would like to dive back into that world. So, or really, lies. The last thing I watched was Sex Education on Netflix.
Okay.
But I stopped because then the season ended and I never got back into it. But yeah, I say A+. I wanna watch this.
I would say, because I believe it's free on demand if you have cable. I don't know if you have cable.
I do via computer, but like
look up Gangs of London.
Okay.
The first season. That could probably bring you back into English, like BBC television, English television, like all of them. It's one of those series where I was like, yeah. And I went to rewatch it. I was like, I need to rewatch it. And when I went to rewatch it, I saw that the second season was up. It had just put up the day before. Binged the hell out of that.
Is the man's name Sope?
Yes.
I don't know how to say his name properly.
Sope, I want to say.
Sope? Derisu?
Yes. Him.
It's kind of like Soup Delicious, like Soap Delicious.
Yeah, similar to that. He's also in a Netflix movie called His House. If you want to watch a horror movie,
it is. Yep, 2020. His House.
Movie scared the hell out of me. I made the mistake of trying to watch it late at night when it was dark.
No.
I stopped. No, within the first 3 minutes, something freaked me out, and I was like, "Oh, I had to wait till the next day to watch it."
Yeah, no, we're gonna watch this during the day.
Yeah,
but it's so good.
Sunlight on.
Because you're also getting Wenmei, I forgot her last name, from a Lovecraft Country and Loki.
Yeah. I gotta watch that again. I really gotta.
I love her. She's wonderful because we don't get the body types. We don't get the representation a lot of dark-skinned Black women who are full bodied, BBW, what do you want, big girls, whatever you want to call, full figure, whatever. And she always kills it. And I love seeing her on Loki, just not being afraid of Loki, even though he's a god and what have you. And she's awesome. And she does so great in his house. She's like, yeah, that movie changed a lot of things of what you can think. So yeah, that was cool. So,
following him on Instagram.
he's that series, the Gangs of London is just, damn, that shit's so good. Okay, so next up.
Well, after I finished getting Gangs of London off of my phone, because wow, that took over. So unfortunate news. Growing up, PlayStation all day. That's my joy, my love. The original actor of Crash Bandicoot, the actual character and others within it, has unfortunately passed away. Brandon O'Brien. He was 60 years old.
That's young.
I know. Like I know people, like specifically one of my parents was born in 1962. And I'm just kind of like, wow, that's really not that old at all.
No.
Oh, why did I have to be there? Look, that was my birthday. Anyway, I'm giving out way too much information. Wow. So, yeah, it made me upset because I'm just like, wow, I have, grew up with Crash Bandicoot. Like, I always, like, in streams, I've always been like, wow, or like Loompa, and like Unabago. Like, just Crash Bandicoot brings back so many wonderful memories, and to see someone or to know someone. I even tried playing the Insanity, was it the trilogy?
Oh yeah.
I tried that, and then I got frustrated because you know how I be. But I'd be frustrated AF, and I'm just like, nah, put that junk away. But yeah, unfortunately, I just was like shocked. So for the PlayStation community, I don't know. I just felt heartbroken that he
of course
passed away. Yeah, but so rest in peace, man, Crash. The original voice, but I'm sure obviously there's plenty of people. So
yeah, but still, it's sad, especially when it's someone who has been so ingrained and iconic. Again, one of those things, like, you can't think of PlayStation without Crash Bandicoot.
You can't.
I mean, honestly, because you can see it. Like, all I see is Crash Bandicoot and wooden crates.
Yeah,
that's what I see. Crash Bandicoot, wooden crates. Like, that's in my head. Whenever someone says Crash, I'm like, yeah, like
this is probably gonna show a little bit of embarrassment for me, but I don't care because like Crash, like one like my first games I played on the PlayStation, I would keep him idle where I wouldn't move him, and I want him to do his dance.
Yeah,
I would sit there and be like, yeah, turn around, and be like, eh.
No, don't be embarrassed. No, don't be embarrassed at all. That's exactly what I would do too. I'd just sit and
public just be like,
I'd be like, do it.
Hey.
I mean, but that's what we do. That's what. Yeah.
And and of course, it's not just Crash Bandicoot. He had Mr. Brendan himself. He had done a lot more than that. He had done. He had made appearances in Grindhouse and Riverdale, which I was surprised. Cause I'm like, where were you at?
Wait, what season of Riverdale?
I was all up in Riverdale, and I'm like, where was it? But I'm gonna look it up in a few seconds. But
Grindhouse.
It says Grindhouse in Riverdale, and of course his most famous roles, of course, besides Crash Bandicoot, Dr. Neo Cortex himself, and Tiny Tiger, which I feel like is like the little one that he used to ride.
No. Tiny Tiger was he was a mutant Bandicoot.
Oh, the giant. Oh,
yeah,
the giant.
big
Okay.
one.
I'm sorry.
That was named Tiny.
Oh God. Okay. See, look how long I haven't played this thing. Of course, the current one is someone named Scott White. They took over for the game that I was playing. Another game I was playing before. It's About Time. Crash Bandicoot 4.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Brendan O'Brien. I was like, what? Who? Let's just look up real quick. Who was he? What was he in? Like, what was in both of those things? To be Grindhouse and Riverdale was kind of weird to me. He's done definitely not that.
Grindhouse movie.
And his birthday had just passed. Like, his birthday was May 9th.
Oh, he's a May baby.
Yes.
So he just turned 60.
Well, maybe he was about to. Let's see. So he was actually, yeah. Oh, wait. Pause. He was actually in Spawn, like Todd McFarlane's Spawn too.
The animated
the animated
or the live action? The animated? Oh,
No,
the
the
animated
animated.
series was so. Oh,
He did 6 episodes of that.
Wow.
He was the math teacher in Riverdale. Episode something 74. Like he was a math teacher.
He was on like a one-time appearance type of thing. Or
Mhm.
okay.
And in terms of the Grindhouse, he was Father Holloway. If anyone remembers who that is, because I didn't watch this movie.
wait, but there were Grindhouse
2003,
had 2 movies.
the 2003 one.
Well, no, it was like a double feature thing. That was
Yeah,
like
I
Grindhouse
remember
Forever.
Grindhouse because it was
Because it was Death Proof, and
Yeah.
it was the other one was kind of like a zombie movie. Father How, you know what? I'll rewatch them because I really like. Well, Death Proof is a better one of the two, truthfully. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll have to check that. Who was he in Spawn? Don't
just
tell me
says-
that he was the ice cream man.
No, it just says additional voices.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Like
so
he did voices.
He may have been like the denizens of the Bowery that Spawn protected, maybe.
And of course,
so
he was
interesting.
in Uncharted 4, the last one, because Crash Bandicoot. Spoiler alert.
Oh, that's right, because you get
In
to
it.
play. You get to play within the game as
Mhm.
Crash Inception. I forgot about that.
Did you
That
play
was
that,
fun.
Antonio?
No, I did not.
This is not to shame you, but I was like, it was so not. I don't want
I'm
to say
still playing through the
random.
first one.
Oh
Honestly.
my! Oh, oops.
Yeah, but I have them all. I think I have
Okay.
4, but I have it. I just Oh wow,
Oh yeah,
that's
it was so. Oops, spoiler, but also it was great.
I mean, because it was a shock for everybody, where it's like it's something that you wouldn't expect for it to be in the game, but obviously since like Uncharted was a successor for Naughty Dog, it makes sense. So it's like, oh, and you're like, oh, I'm doing this, cool, awesome.
Like for it to
that'll
be
give me
part of the
something to
game.
look forward to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's dope.
Awesome. So very sad, unfortunately, but your memory lives on. Obviously, as you can see, how much love there is for Crash Bandicoot, and in essence, that just transfers to love for you. So thank you. What have you got for us moving on, Jabba?
Okay, so it is, as we said, we are getting into the summer. I got that summertime, and I want to
Thank you.
start off with a good film festival for anybody that is local within the tri-state area. We have the Newark. Wow, I'm not even saying it in the proper Jersey term. Forgive me. I was trying to be
Newark?
proper. Yeah, Newark Black Film Festival.
Knock.
No, not knock. It's Newark.
Newark. N-O-R-K.
It's gonna be July 12th through the 16th, and as you know from what I was saying, that it has been the longest running Black Film Festival. And like you said, you'd be surprised how many people actually came from Jersey to be famous, or at least had like some type of roots in Jersey to be that was like famous. If anybody is interested, the prices are going to be from $60 for general admissions. Members is all access for $50. I don't know exactly what they mean by members per se, so it might be like something within like their organization. But it looks like it's fun, especially for the lineup that they have for certain films, because I'm pretty sure, as we've seen with like a lot of like indie films that are now being released in theaters, pretty sure we've seen on where it's like, oh, this was showcased in the such and such film festival and got like, rave reviews, and now we're getting to see this in like, the full theater. This is like, these are the places that we get to see this type of stuff. And for the lineup, what we have is we have this new one, I think it's NFBB opening film and Brazilian Party Executive Order. Never heard of it, but I'm interested. That's
that
coming
stands
out.
for the Newark Black Film Festival, NFBB.
Oh,
Yeah.
excuse me.
No, because I'm looking at it, I'm like, that looks like that's what that should stand for, because it's too many red letters.
But yeah, so far it's showing off like different things that you could come in to watch. They have like one called Locked Out, and for us OGs, if you are familiar with Juice, they're going to be re-showing that again. If you
Oh, bet.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love that. Oh, yes.
So
Wow.
I just wanted to show some love for our Black community. And yes, it's not true like pop culture, but it's something for the community that people actually come in and enjoy for the summertime. So feel free, take a look and enjoy.
This looks incredible. I love this, and it's just seeing the lineup that they have is really cool. Like, you got a little bit of everything in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's dope.
And surprisingly, the way I found out about this is that since I do follow a lot of museums, this just popped up on my email. And I'm like, I'm like, I'm gonna save this and I'm gonna showcase it to the world.
That's pretty cool that it shows up in your email. Yeah, if you're following everything, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to make plans for that. Check that out.
July.
Go up to Newark.
Yeah, because look like the prices are not that bad anyway. It's not like it's thousands of dollars and stuff. Where it's like, I'm paying thousands of dollars just to go see Juice. I'm gonna probably go on Netflix or go on BT and just sit there and rewatch it and call it a day, or look in one of my old VHSs and pop it in there and watch it.
I have the VHS, but I don't have a
VCR
anymore. Yeah, I was about to say I don't have a VCR anymore. I'll have to figure it out.
VCR, what are those?
What are those?
Ow, my back. Thank you for saying it in such a manner. Thank you. As bad as if I said laser disc. It'd be like,
what is that?
Big disc. I don't know how that even. Jeez, that was horrible. That's almost as bad as beta. Yeah, exactly. Where it was like, oh no, it loads from the top. I think it was it was a smaller VHS and loads from the top. Was it?
Yeah, that's what it was.
No.
Somebody got fired for that idea. Somebody lost their job, their mortgage, their house, everything they lost on that one.
True.
Horrible. All right, so like I said, this is a fun one, and this one is partly for Joy, honestly.
Ooh,
I'm nervous.
So, no, don't be.
Okay.
So, DC has announced that they're going to be doing Illustrated Swimsuit Edition. So, if you remember years ago, like in the 90s and like the early 2000s, I want to say, maybe even the 80s, what Marvel would actually do is they would put out those cards, like they had, like, they're like trading cards, like kind of like how sports, NBA, NHL have the cards. They would have cards like that, but the superheroes, the characters of Marvel, would be in like swimsuit attire. They would be like near a beach or on the beach or in pools at barbecues, anything like that. They were really cool, and they started doing covers and such, and they would have issues with those characters, and it was always something really cool. They stopped it. I can't remember for what reason they stopped it, but DC has decided to kind of pick up the mantle of that, let's say, and they're putting out Gnort's
I don't know
Illustrated
what that is.
Illustrated Swimsuit Edition, which will be available on August 23rd, so towards the end of the other summer.
When it's really hot.
Yeah. I was expecting Joy to actually say that.
Well, I saw on the way I said it like that, what the heck am I talking about? I saw on Instagram earlier, and I actually bookmarked them, so it is for me because I'm a pervert, apparently.
Well, no, I just know that you enjoy.
That's the picture. That's the picture I saw.
Yeah.
I saw that one, and I saw Nightwing, and I was like, yes.
Nightwings is perfect. Nightwings is like such a tongue-in-cheek, no pun intended, of what the character's always known about.
Yes.
This one is, I'm not too keen on this artist because anatomy. Women have rib cages.
Do we?
But
I don't know. We do.
There are definitely slabs of ribs, but I love how they have
Aquaman.
different. Wow. That's I showed Takia this earlier, and she was like, that one Aquaman is a cool one. I was like, oh, which one is that? And I didn't know. But I love that they have different artists doing them. Like Dobson is one of my favorite artists who did this Catwoman here, which I absolutely love. But the thing that I'm gonna say is, it really that looks more like Chris Hemsworth, that Aquaman.
It does.
That looks more, which may have been I love the Nubia one. I absolutely love that one.
I can't even focus on Aquaman because I'm so obsessed with Nubia. I'm like,
that's beautiful. But then there's the Dick Grayson one, obviously.
Yes,
that's my boy.
Then there's Poison Ivy.
Yes.
Then here's Bruce and Clark. The thing that I will say about this is obviously a fun thing to do. It's great, what have you. But there are a couple of things that I saw that I did not like. One is there weren't many women doing them, or let's say non-cisgendered men.
Well,
I think that if you have more women or non-binary or artists other than cisgendered men, you would have gotten more variety and maybe something different, a different point of view. Also, you see couples here, correct? You see Bruce and Selena.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you see. Okay, what's one of the most famous couples? Let's say now in DC.
Right now, if I'm correct, I would say would it be Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy?
Bingo.
I was gonna say that, but I got scared.
Now you see Harley is here and Poison Ivy is here. Why wouldn't you have them together on the beach?
Because they can't have that. Because men can't do that.
So
or if they do, they over sexualize it.
Which would be the point of having more non-cisgendered men or even queer representation in your artist room, because you would have had so many more wonderful things like this where, you know, at them on the beach, just, you know, maybe putting suntan lotion on one of their backs or you know, playing volleyball in the sand. You could have done that. You know,
also, and this is just from, I know this is from like the Young Justice, so I don't know if it portrays in the comics, but Aqualad does have a partner. He is gay. I think in the comics, I forgot because there was like an uproar. I think one of the Robins is also gay as well. I just remember
he's bi.
Oh, he's bi. Okay.
I
can't remember.
Representation.
Oh, okay.
Representation.
I just can't remember which one. I know people were getting pissed off about that. I'm like, and like, why?
So I mean, yeah. So you could have had so much more there, and even body types. But then I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, who's the only plus size, let's say, a woman in DC that people know about? Waller. Nobody's going to draw Waller like that.
That's upsetting. That's the only plus size, and she's not even that big to be like, I'm a plus size woman. And
but as far as comics, she's plus size.
Yeah, her and what's her name? I think it's Granny something.
Granny Goodness.
Yeah, Granny Goodness. She's up.
I wouldn't have put her on the beach.
Even I wouldn't
because
see
she's mad hateful.
She is, but I'm saying she's still also thick too. She a big woman.
Yeah,
she a big woman.
Wait, can we pause on this? Can we
no?
No. I'm saying no. Stop. Okay, so
what is it?
I saw it was on Instagram again, and it was the black commentary about the way that his hand is on her head.
Yes. Yeah,
and I was like, my God.
But this is the one that I have issue with anyway because of the artist, because he always does this to women. He never gives that. The way he does anatomy makes no sense. And I learned that from listening to artists. Like the way he does anatomy, it makes no sense. But yeah, that's my caveat for this. Men
don't make sense.
I mean, that's a whole other thing, because I could actually shoot down some women as well in that same category.
They definitely
I don't even go through.
Women don't.
I'm so done with gendering things. I'm like, a lot of people don't make sense. Y'all are out here wilding. But those are a couple of things I would have said about this. You could have had that. But again, these might just be some prelim images. They might have more coming down the line, so I don't want to harp on it too much. But again, if you don't, that's a huge a huge missed opportunity that you could have had, because that could have been a really fun thing. Like you could have had a Harley and Ivy on the beach, and Ivy is reading underneath a palm tree, and the palm tree is actually holding her drink, and Harley is like with the hyenas and throwing a frisbee. You could have done something like that.
I could see that for the animated series book. Like,
yeah,
I can already imagine how, assuming T. Franklin is still like writing this, I would love. I can see that being the cover that we're thinking about. Instead of it being for this, it might be for that.
Yeah. So I mean, that's my only thing. But it looks like it's going to be fun. I love seeing the characters like that having fun and having a good time. That's always really cool. And the when Marvel used to do it, it was usually like the X-Men, when they had like 5 seconds where they weren't trying to save the world that hates them. They were around the pool barbecuing, everything like that. They did one with a Black Panther where he was like coming out of like a pool of water or something like that, and he like the smallest black Speedo ever.
Oh.
And I think he may have been putting on the heart-shaped herb like lotion on his skin. I can't remember, but they did.
We'll check my phone right
Let
about
me see
They
now.
did
that
all of
real
these,
quick. Hold
and they
on.
were so cool and so amazing. I think they had one of Colossus. I don't remember if he had the skin or not skin, but they did, and they did this for years. They stopped it, but DC's going to be picking it back up. It looks kind of cool. It looks like it's going to be something fun for the summer. At the end of summer, I wish they had did it like more like in the middle of summer instead of
Yeah,
at
at least
the end.
like July. Just like give like enough room.
I don't know if there's going to be an actual story. I think it'll just be something that's there. But I thought it's something cool, and the characters look great. I just wish that they would travel outside that bubble of just doing the typical superhero body characters.
Yeah,
that's what I wish. But what have you? So yes, there's that.
I got distracted trying to find that thing, but
Obviously,
Yeah, Black Panther.
yeah, but it comes up as Namor. It's like his Speedo problem. I'm like,
Namor had one
watch
too.
his Speedo too.
Namor had one, but Black Panther had one as well. But it was, I don't remember what year was, because I said they were doing it for a few years, then they stopped. I want to say the late 90s, early 2000s feels about it. I don't know. Unfortunately, one of the artists that did the picture that I'm not really a fan of on this one did a lot of the art back then. But the artist whatever. Anyway, that was our next story, Joy.
Yes. So there's one word in gaming that's, I want to say, synonymous with, whatever you want to say, but Sega is considering a price increase, which has me a little side-eye-ish, because I'm like, I know they come out with games for sure, but $70? I personally am like, what are y'all putting out besides Sonic that's causing this increase?
For
like,
real.
What is that? I mean, obviously, like it says, AAA games. I remember back in my day, they used to be $49.99, and now games is $59, and now they're trying to be $69, and I'm like, that's inappropriate for many reasons. But $70 for a Sega game?
Yeah, unless it's giving me some extra DLC.
Well, no, but even then, because they should just keep it at 60 because they're going to make you pay more anyway with DLC.
True.
I mean, for real. Somebody said, if you think about it, we're paying $60 for an unfinished game.
Yes, that's what oh my god.
Yeah.
That's I have a whole rant about that, but that back in my day, or back in our day, you paid for the whole game and that's it. I don't at this point, at this big old age I am, I would rather you delay the game and don't put it out until it's complete. Don't give me half of a game, charge $69.99, and then come out with DLC and then charge me $20 for a skin of Sonic. What?
And then a season pass.
And then a season pass, and then part 2, and then here's some more DLC, and then here's a special avatar, and then there's credit, and then I just.
And then you have to use this special currency in the game, but the special currency you can only get by paying real money. Yeah, I was kind of looking at Destiny when I said that. But yeah, that's like, I remember the first time I heard somebody say, "Yeah, I'm paying $6 for an unfinished game." I was like, I can't argue that logic. I can't. But I remember years ago at one point they were thinking about like making the baseline $70 for games, and I was like, why? But I know there was a big uproar, so it didn't happen. But
it doesn't make sense to me. Not $70, and not $70. I don't get a booklet. Not $70. I'm not getting a poster, a booklet, a sticker, the freaking soundtrack. Like, I'm not getting behind the scenes footage. I'm not getting mocap. I'm not getting, was it commentary behind the scenes? I'm not getting none of that.
True.
$70. It doesn't make my coffee.
But then we also got to realize that Sega within itself, they're funny with their games when it comes to like what games people get. And when I mean people, I mean like different regions, because usually Sega owns, like, they own Japan. Like, Japan gets almost like in and everything. So like the most we get, because I did a quick search. Their main titles, at least for us, that don't have to be imported, is obviously Sonic. We have Yakuza, Super Monkey Ball, Jet Set Radio, and we have Bayonetta.
Yeah.
Those like, and also Fantasy Star. Usually those are like the main things that we hear. Everything else is either Japan gets it only and it doesn't come overseas. So like what I just need like 6 titles.
Yeah.
That's all that we really get. So it's like at this point, and then also to make it worse, they're usually only on Nintendo. Like Sega, Sonic, and Super Monkey Ball usually run well, and also Bayonetta.
Nintendo Switch.
Nintendo. I think was it Yakuza and I think maybe Fantasy Star might be the only 2 franchises that might be on other platforms, if not on PC. That might have just been a port.
I mean, Sonic is on.
But I mean, like their main
others.
Oh, but okay.
Their main breadwinner is on Nintendo.
Yeah.
Because I see more people play Sonic on Nintendo. Bayonetta's only been exclusive on Nintendo. Like after I think it was like after Bayonetta 2. I think it was, or I think it was only Nintendo if I'm correct. But either way, Sega's they're funny with their stuff.
Yeah, I mean, when I played Bayonetta,
I still paying those $70 though.
No. I mean, I'm open finally to playing, PC games now that I have, Infinibay over here. But I'm not paying those $70 digital or physical unless I got like a bat, like
more.
Be like freaking Atlas with Persona. Like I got a bag, I got art book, stickers, like I got stuff. I got a plushie. I got Morgana sitting on top. Like I had so many things when it comes to if I'm gonna pay $70-$80 for a game, give me the things. And Sega, if you're just gonna give me a game, it's not enough.
And that's just the base. Yeah. How much was Legend of Zelda: Tears of Kingdom?
I can.
Was that 69? I'm assuming 69. Because Switch doesn't do discounts. Like they don't. With the game's out, the game's out.
Yeah, because Switch is like Nintendo is very stingy when it comes to like they're selling for games.
Yeah. And I think it's because Nintendo knows.
They know. They'll pay.
They know. It probably was 70.
I saw someone on TikTok. Their caption was, "When I found out how expansive Tears of the Kingdom was." And they explored like a good little circle amount. And it was like, oh, that's a lot. They expanded and it was like the whole thing. And they're like, oh my God, I'm playing this game forever. Like, I can't.
Wow.
At first I got scared, but this is why reading is fundamental. I'm on the Nintendo website. Digital is 70. At first, when I looked at the second tier, it said 129. It said physical, but that's the collector's edition.
Okay.
I'm like clutching my pearls, but also the physical edition's also $69.99.
Okay.
Because sometimes it'll happen where it's like if you buy digitally, I think with certain games Nintendo will be a little bit cheaper versus like if you buy physical, it will be more. Because I have seen that with some other titles.
But I trust Nintendo. So does it say what the collector's edition comes out with? Like because if it's $120, I mean you better get
yeah, so like for what
that's $50 more. Yeah,
I want to see what they got.
You get in the collectors. You get. I'm gonna just move you guys over. You get a whole art book, which I'm a go getter for art books. Obviously, the reverse case. You get a map.
Wow.
You get a pin and you get a pin set. It's a steelbook case as well. So it's also a poster, and then obviously the box itself. So like the collector's box.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
7 things, and then the game.
Yeah, and obviously the game.
Okay, so let's say 8 total. Even then, yeah.
Yeah, I would give that. I would make that 110, but
I would say 130. Well, how much was it?
It's 129.
I was ever. I would say. Yeah, like 110, 115, but I can understand why it's the 130. I can understand
Well, like I said,
because they like them round numbers.
the Steelbook
yeah.
case alone is already, because technically you're getting the actual case for the Nintendo Switch, like for the game, but then you can also flip it over to a Steelbook case. So you're technically getting 2 cases.
Okay.
I've only
So-
had
Excuse me.
2 games that had steel cases in it. One I approve and one I don't. The first one was Final Fantasy 12. The second one was Persona.
I got that one too.
Yeah, see? Persona, I think it was
Mhm.
Persona 5, and I didn't approve of the Final Fantasy one, but you know,
I
it is what it is.
got the still case one. I still enjoyed it for what was in it, but the other one I don't. I will say in the smallest one, I'm one of the 30,000 people that got the collector's edition for Final Fantasy 15. So if you ever look up that collector's edition, that's 30,000. That was me.
I have that too. I actually do have a steel book of that. I mean, the
No,
steel case-
I'm talking about like the whole collector's edition that was only available for 30,000 people.
Oh,
You're looking at one of them, one of the owners.
No, sweetie, I did not want
And
that.
you then get all the DLC that came with the season pass.
No, you okay? You okay, sweetie? Oh no,
No,
I'm so
because
sorry.
small little rant when they came out with the Royal Edition, I just like flipped my TV and just like walked away after I platinumed the game. I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah, no, I still haven't. I haven't even. I honestly just want to. I just want to like watch the game. Like I don't even want to play it anymore. I'm just like
That's the only game, surprisingly, to be a Final Fantasy game that I have platinum on my PlayStation.
wow.
That's the only platinum game.
Nah, you can have all of that. I'd rather just watch it now. I mean, I was told aggressively that it's gotten better, and I'm like, all right, but I'm not in a rush to go in there
I'm
again.
not even gonna give you any recommendations on that one. I'll leave
Hey,
it alone.
hey, okay, no
I'll
worries.
leave it alone.
All right, going back to Mr. Antonio.
All right, so we're gonna end with Jabba here. He's got
Good.
bookending stories for us. So we're gonna Jabba. First
Yes,
one
thank you.
is we're gonna be. I'm kind of happy about this one because I want to see what it looks like. But go ahead.
All right. So everybody, y'all know the drill. Test your mic. Beep 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 beep. I won't go into the full thing. So as you know, I don't know if you guys have seen Mortal Kombat is coming back with actually called Mortal Kombat 1. I'm not too keen on the name, but technically it is supposed to be a reboot for the entire franchise. I did read certain people that were having like, their theories about it. And one of them makes sense due to the memes that I've seen where technically like, Liu Kang is actually going to get his proper role instead of like, getting killed off half the time or become like a supervillain. Like he's kind of like the balance in this version. And honestly, I actually like how this background is. It's not too dark, it's not too gritty, but it's like, something's going to happen just by the way it looks. Like, it's not all like peaches and cream. So obviously we can't show the trailer because it's good up until like the very end. And not saying that like it's bad, it's just heavily graphic.
It's gory, yeah. I mean,
Like-
if you know the series, you know.
Can we play it up until the gory, or is just scrap it? Don't even.
I would
watch
just
it?
say like
Well,
you
whatever.
have to watch it at your own discretion because
Okay.
I've already seen the comments from like some of our discords where they're like, okay. So yeah, so as we know, that the Mortal Kombat 1 is going to be launching September 19th of this year for the PS5, this Xbox Series X and S, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Unfortunately for me, I don't have a PS5, so
Not
I will
PS4?
probably nope. But who knows? Because like we don't even have like any actual gameplay of it just yet. Like all we have is the trailer. Unless somebody wants to show me something that has gameplay, then I'm always for it. But yeah. So who knows? They might push it out to be on the PS4 and maybe the Xbox One. But like I said, at this point, it's just only going to be on the newer systems. And I'm definitely not getting on Switch. I feel like my Switch will blow up.
I like that. If Liu Kang, sorry with my accent, he's the one standing there, right? Like, okay, I love how Mortal ends in L and then K, so it's him, and he's in the middle, and with his hand is the one, because he's the one. Like
I didn't even peep that.
I was just looking at it like, wow, it's so perfect the way it lines up like that. And like you said, it was light. I'm like, well, I love that because they really put intention with the photo. So I was like, oh, this is perfect. Like, I haven't purchased a Mortal Kombat game in a while. So
I think the last one I
like
purchased was like 11, but I got that as like a gift, so it was like kind of like a freebie.
I thought this was 11. Like when I saw the trailer and the one came out, and I was like, "Where's the other one?" And then and then it stopped, and I was like, "Oh, it's a one." It's just
technically it would be considered Mortal Kombat 12, but since it's a reboot, they're just starting back from the beginning, and no need you calling it Mortal Kombat because of the original Mortal Kombat. So I guess Mortal Kombat 1, but I don't make the executive decision, so that's not just my business.
What if it's Mortal 1 Kombat? Like, what if we were just saying it wrong the whole time? It's Mortal 1 Kombat.
Hey, then everybody's saying it wrong then. So it's like, what do you want me to do?
I don't even know what that means.
M1K.
I don't even know what that means.
Instead of MLK, it's M1K.
M1000. I mean, I
M1 yeah, M1000. Hey, M1000 is coming out September. I'm excited. I actually do want to play this.
So I get only on PC.
I would like this. Yeah, I would like the story version of this. I think I'd like to play that.
I think that's what I'd like. I think I'd like to just watch the cutscenes together as a movie.
Oh yeah, that would be good. Yeah. That would be good.
I do like the background. I like how the latest games have had their backgrounds have been really great. So I feel like this is like you were saying, it's not too dark. It feels like the background feels like the beginning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it does feel like the beginning. And Joy is definitely right. Like she has a great eye where it's the LK and then the one in the hands, like that whole thing. And I love the dragon symbol, which is iconic. Like throughout the series. I think this is good. It's gonna be big. Everybody's been, really like clamoring, talking about it. I haven't seen the trailer yet. I'll probably watch the trailer tomorrow. But I'm not. I think now you have to remember there's this, and there's also going to be Street Fighter 2 is going to be coming out.
Oh yeah,
Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, which has been one that people have been waiting for.
And I think their beta for Street Fighter 6 hits today.
Ooh. Oh really?
To play, yeah. I think it's from today up until the 23rd. Because I saw a clip of it on their TikTok.
Ooh. I'm excited to see between those two games. I'm excited to see like esports. I'm excited to see competitions. I'm excited to see streaming. I'm excited to see how this is going to go. I want to see. With Mortal Kombat, I've always enjoyed watching more than playing. I'm going to be honest with you. I've always enjoyed watching because I'm not good at fighting games. I'm not.
Same.
I will enjoy them. Yeah, like I like the fighting game that I love, Samurai Showdown. And Street Fighter. Akuma all day.
Hey.
And some Mortal Kombat. I used to love Tekken.
Yes,
Tekken,
because it was, and even Virtual Fighter. I played a lot in arcade games. Yeah, I know.
Do you have
I don't need that face. Thank you.
It's so stiff.
Do you have Amazon games? Like Prime games?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Because they have the games that you just mentioned. They have games like that. Every time I pop it up, it's on my PC. Like
I don't have a gaming PC.
You don't have like a laptop or anything?
I have a laptop, but I'm not gonna. I don't like gaming on PCs. As something, it doesn't feel right for me. So yeah, I can't. Yeah, my brain can't translate that.
No, I mean it's only because I don't like it either. But I hook up the controller to
the controller for it.
That's why I was like,
I'm not going to do all that.
Okay, that's what I was like.
You're a joystick kind of guy, right?
I'm gonna be real. Yeah.
Okay,
it just feels better to have that. Like I will like play like with the cross, but I like that joystick. I like because I grew up with arcade, so it just feels right to have those 6 buttons there, and then the and playing like that. It just what have you. Virtual Fighter was was a little slower than Tekken.
Sorry.
Tekken could be slow as well.
It can, but
it can't. But my
Virtual
favorite
Fighter was just broken.
It was I mean, look at the animation for it. It was that was like it was virtual. That was that was
Yeah,
the key.
okay.
It was like that slow. It was like that Max Headroom looking animation. But the one that I love the most, I think, out of fighting games, Joy actually mentioned it earlier, Bloody Roar.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was a
If
good
they
one
could
too.
do a remake of that, or like
I
or you
want
know
them to
what,
do a remake or like
give
a
me
remaster or
an
something.
anime
Oh,
based
that would
on
be
Bloody
so
Roar
good.
Ooh.
from Studio Trigger.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh,
This is
are
what I
y'all
do.
listening out here?
This is what I do.
Uh-huh.
I'm telling you, I would, as I used to. It was so great, and just the way the gameplay and being able to change. I think I had a couple of. There was also another one. School battles of the schools. Battle of Schools. I'll you know what? I'll find it and I'll send it to y'all. That was one that was dope. And I never really got to play too much of it because I had to rent it from
Blockbuster?
Hollywood Videos, I think.
Oh.
Back in the
Either
day.
Hollywood or Blockbuster. I can't remember which one, but I never really got to play it enough because the disc was always scratched to hell.
Of course.
But I'm excited for this. I'm excited to watch streams of this, truthfully. I'll be honest with you. I'm excited to watch streams of this. Like I said, I'm not a player, but I love seeing that and just seeing someone progress. And if there's the modes that they're going to have in this too could be kind of cool.
Yeah.
And the DLC, of course, because
of course. I mean, there's already going to be like pre-orders like are going now, and I've seen like clips. I don't know if these are true, but like of like collection editions, and I think Liu Kang is like a statue form. Were like as part of like the pre-order plus like I think it's like a steel book art book, of course, and then obviously the game. But that is it for Mortal Kombat, and we have one more. It's gonna be another bloody one. We got another one which is The Walking Dead. Now this is obviously The Walking Dead Dead City. This is gonna be not a spinoff since technically The Walking Dead is already finished. So it's going to be a spinoff. I want to say maybe after of how The Walking Dead was, because I play this. I'm a fan. I read the entire like graphic novel, so I know what happens in the story. I stopped watching the show after a while because they kept on like switching over characters' deaths and stuff like that. Like one character was supposed to get hit like this, but then it was another character that got hit like that. But whatever. So The Walking Dead is Dead City is going to be with the characters Maggie and Negan.
This is their series. Okay.
Yeah, so this is going to be their series. For anybody who is not familiar, Negan is the one who has a bat that's named Lucille, who beats the crap out of Glenn, which was Maggie's husband and baby daddy. And the evil guy. Yeah, the evil guy. Yep.
Okay.
If you haven't watched it, you can also play him as a DLC character in Tekken. Just want to let you know, plug in there.
Wow.
Because he is in there. But yeah, they're going to be based off in New York City. There is a trailer out, obviously because of graphic stuff. We can't show it on here, but you can watch it on YouTube. Where they go off to New York City, because I think they're originally based out of Georgia from like the original show. Because apparently at the time, Glenn, which is now Maggie's son, because she had the baby, named him, or no, his name is Herschel, gets kidnapped. And obviously with Negan being the character that he is throughout the entire franchise, he is a traveler. He would have people in his group, but then also he would betray people as well, because if they didn't follow him, it's like, all right, well, I'm gonna screw you over. And apparently they know him in New York City, so there's stuff against him versus Maggie's trying to look for Herschel. So it's a whole big thing. So right now it's going to be showcased on AMC and AMC Plus. I believe on AMC is going to come out the 15th of, give me a second. It's going to be coming out the 15th of June on AMC Plus, and then June 18th on standard AMC.
They working.
Yeah. So I don't know if there is going to be, if it's like a graphic novel out. The last thing I've read from The Walking Dead was like a side story that was like based off of Negan. It's like a one book series. Like once you read it, that's it. And it kind of showcases like what he was before you meet him in The Walking Dead. So it kind of gives him his backstory. So if there is going to be a graphic novel for that, I wouldn't mind reading to see like what happens and how it happens, because I enjoy the Walking Dead series. The show just kind of like went meh for me.
I've only played the one episode. Oh, what is the first game? The one where Lee's in it.
Oh, the Telltale's games.
Yes.
Walking Dead. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I've only played and finished that part, like his Lee's journey story. I hadn't played anything after that, so I don't know the show. I hadn't read the comics, but this seems entertaining. Like this seems enough where I would check it out. I would watch it with someone.
Yeah, so this one's good, and it's like I already like the two actors together anyway, because it's a fun fact. If you go back and watch, like I think it's like I forgot which Batman, they play Martha and Thomas Wayne.
Wow.
And it's already skeptical that the actor that's supposed to be playing Negan is supposed to be playing Thomas Wayne in another Batman movie. I think it was supposed to be another Flashpoint, but it's been like rumored for so long, which I wouldn't mind him seeing him as a Thomas Wayne. I think he would fit the part.
He definitely would. Yeah, it was Dawn of Justice, Batman versus Superman.
Oh, that's what. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So
they showed, which is a great little like kind of tie-in for like when you see it, you like you know.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped watching The Walking Dead a long time ago. Once the episode where Daryl kept being tortured every day with the same thing, and my man took his vest. It just became so bleak and so dark. I was like, I'm kind of done. I can't watch it anymore. So I stopped watching it. I think I read the first volume.
Okay.
Of the comic. I hope this goes well. I know some people are tired of the franchise. I hope this does well. I hope that people enjoy it. It's not going to be for me, I'll be honest with you. But I hope people enjoy it, and I hope they have a great time. And I like the two actors.
Yeah.
Playing the roles. I really did enjoy them in Dawn of Justice, so I'm hoping this works out.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I've got to say.
I feel like this, like if they had to redo Walking Dead and did it based off of the graphic novels, it would have had to been on HBO. It wouldn't have been on AMC.
Yeah.
So there's a whole lot worse depending on how people are, and we will talk offline so I could give Joy more information on that part. But I'll just leave it.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it as it is.
Yeah, the what's name storyline, the governor storyline alone.
Ooh, that's what I was talking about.
That's the thing that I was the most worried about. I really didn't want to see that on TV. I didn't want to see any of that on TV, truthfully.
Yeah.
But the way they did it, I was like, okay. I was very leery of what they were going to do with that, and I was, because I don't like watching those types of scenes.
Right.
They actually turned my stomach, so I would have been like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. So what have you. So that's all the news that we've got.
Yes, sir.
All right, we are. Yes.
I was gonna say the only thing I don't like is that they have Dead twice. I wish that they could.
Walking Dead, Dead City. Yeah,
I don't. If you're gonna, we already know it as The Walking Dead. I would have taken a chapter out of DC, and because you know how they have like Deceased, like I would have did something that blends Dead City together, but not double the word. I don't like that it's like Walking Dead, Dead City. Like I just to see the. I
would have just had to be Dead City.
Yeah, like I wouldn't have put TWD Dead City or something. Like we already know what TWD is, but that's the only thing about this. I don't like seeing two of the same word, but
twice.
Yeah, it's weird to me. But again, I'll still probably watch it at some point in life. But
well, you got until next month.
It's what it is.
True. So on that note, that's everything for us this evening or day, whatever time you're watching the show, obviously. Where can everyone find you all?
Social media, all of it, anything. Joy Infinity.
There you go.
Same thing. Jabba Chan. Y'all know where it's at.
The Hungry Bleak podcast. You know what it is. Everyone, have a great day. Enjoy the rest of whatever time you're doing, and remember, leave it better than you found it. Have a good time.